Alrighty, Ted here, BigGoofyRunner, for another one of my weekly videos talking about my weight loss, my exercising, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, how the week's been doing. So yeah, this one is for the week ending June 20th, so happy Father's Day for any of the fathers out there. Yeah, so how's the week been? I'm great. I'm angry. So let me kind of go back. So what's got me angry is my weight. My weight's at 231 pounds, lowest this week. That's now about 5-6 weeks where I have not managed to get my weight really to move. I've got it down to 230. It's gone up a few pounds. It's come back down. I'm stuck. I'm plateaued. I know what the heck it is. It's basically, the light snacking that I do during the day that kind of fuel the system has leaned more heavily towards carbs and higher calorie stuff. So that needs to be fixed. That's going to start getting fixed as of tomorrow kind of deal. That should be huge. Other fixes is more exercise. So I'm still doing all my micro breaks during the week, during the work days, where I stop and do a set of exercises, resistance exercises with 30-pound weights, do bicep curls, tricep extensions, and like a seated military press or something like that, where I do these different sets. I've talked about these before, but I do 3 of those different types of grouped exercises. It takes me less than a minute to stand up, stretch, quickly do that, and sit back down and get back to work. So I'm doing that kind of exercises to work the muscles. That's definitely working. That's definitely helping them. A couple days this week. There was 4 work days this week for me. 2 of them I did go out and walk at lunch. The other 2 days, there were a couple of different conflicts. One was I had too much work to get done one day, and then the other day we had basically a repair guy here fixing our treadmill because the belt had ripped. So they were out fixing that. So that's all good. That's all done now. He's going to order some new parts for it looks like the deck needs some work too. So we're going to get another new belt and a new deck, hopefully. So that is good, but we can use it now. So that's solid. I'm not avoiding using the treadmill now. Saving it for the wife. So it's good. Treadmill in the garage is still functional, as good as it gets for that thing. So it's still there as the backup, and I might start using it for doing higher incline runs. Just kind of work the legs a little bit harder. How it lies to me and tells me worse than I am, it's fine because I won't really have context on doing high incline running. So that'll be fine to just do that out there. But yeah, I've done 4 runs so far this week. I do have a 5th one scheduled. So what I've started doing is a Hal Higdon Intermediate 1 marathon training program. Started this week. I've done the first 4 runs. I still have my 8-miler to do today. So I've done 2 3-miles, 2 5s. I've done a bit outside, did a bit on the treadmill in the garage, that kind of thing. So there's just a mixture there, but I still need to do that longer 8-mile run. So it is an 18-week training program. And I'm not training for a specific marathon. There is a marathon that is currently scheduled for first weekend in September here in Manitoba, but I won't be ready for that. So that's not on the plan. But there is a half marathon that could fall on as basically the end day, the end goal of this 18-week training program. So do a marathon training program to run a half. Could be a strong half. We'll see how that goes. Frustrated this week though, and angry with my weight and things like that, and that's borderline just kind of going, yeah, screw it all kind of deal. So I just got to keep reminding myself I am down 36 pounds, 37 pounds since the start of January. That's fantastic. Yeah, I've stagnated, I've plateaued, but I've known since the beginning there'd be times that things will plateau, and I need to make adjustments and fix that. It's why I track what I do. It's why I'm watching what I'm doing. It's why I put it all on a spreadsheet so I see what's happening and I know what's going on. So I just need to make corrections. I'm going to have to do that this week, but it doesn't make me less angry. Wife's doing great though. Heather has done good. She's over 200 days now on her running or walking every day streak and on the treadmill. doing minimum of 5K a day. So she's over 1,000 miles now in that 200 days. And that's phenomenal. It's doing great for her. So she's doing great. I just need to get my stuff picked back up and keep going. So other than that, I mean, yeah, we do have our second vaccine appointments. Mine's on Canada Day, July 1st. Heather's on July 2nd. Still not nothing for the kids yet for eligibility. Like, they're not allowed to get their second shot yet. But all that's allowed for the kids right now is the Pfizer shot, and that's not. We're basically there could be not necessarily a shortage, but a reduced inflow of the Pfizer vaccine in the next month or so, and that could impact the kids getting their second shot. Because the while the Moderna should be fairly close, and we've got quite a bit of a supply for that, or a good supply chain for that right now. They're not basically that being interchangeable for kids yet. So fingers crossed to get that sorted. Wife and I both had AstraZeneca as our first dose, and we're going to have Pfizer for our second. They've opened up full eligibility. We could do Moderna and potentially get in earlier than July 1st. But I haven't really seen any studies where Moderna and the AstraZeneca together. Should be fine, should be good, because it's very similar to Pfizer from what I understand. So it would be okay, but I'm looking around now, and I don't think I can get anything particularly faster than July 1 right now for the Moderna, unless I go, stand in line for multiple hours, maybe even at a small town site, a walk-in site or something like that. So we will keep ourselves hunkered down and stay safe, and yeah, we'll get our Pfizer shots and be good. There was some concerns earlier in the week with I was seeing some stories where some venues weren't in the U.S. weren't allowing AstraZeneca to be considered fully vaccinated. But I think that's starting to turn around. Basically, FDA for some reason has not approved the AstraZeneca. There doesn't seem to be any real reason for why not at this point, but it just hasn't done it. So it wasn't being counted, but the World Health Organization has counted it, things like that. So it's just, yeah, kind of interesting, kind of concerning, but that's all going to be backtracked now because it is a valid and approved vaccine, and it's all good. So, and in fact, it sounds like, depending on some of the studies, we may actually get, Heather and I may get better coverage by having an AstraZeneca and then a Pfizer mRNA type vaccine as our second. So that's pretty awesome. That'll be pretty good. So fingers crossed that we get to travel in the fall. Yeah, what else is going on? Son is done school for the year. We just got to return some of his school equipment. Do that early next week and be done with all of that. So he's all done. Finishing grade 9, going to go grade 10 next year. So that'll be interesting. Daughter still got... They have her going right till June 30th. But as it is right now, they seem to have like 2 Microsoft Teams meetings a day for 10 to 15 minutes at a time, and not a lot of new stuff's being assigned, and the teachers just had their day to write up all the report cards. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there, how much work or how much school she's actually going to get done. So, but it is weird that they both have, that's 2 years in a row now, or 2 school years in a row now that they've ended it while working from home. So it's you kind of get a little concerned about what they may have lost. But what one of their teachers, daughter's teachers, said is that in a lot of cases he was finding that he was ahead and able to teach more stuff because he had fewer distractions within the class. Of course, there are other things that are lost there, and if somebody doesn't really know what's going on there, there's maybe a reduced opportunity, or it takes a different path to try and get those kids on board and up to speed on new stuff that maybe they could have been easier to catch and deal with in a classroom. So, pros and cons and that kind of thing. So it's all interesting anyway. So. hoping at this point that the kids will get vaccinated at some point in July, get their second shots, and we'll be all good and extra safe going into the next school year. So that's the hope. That's the thought anyway. What else is going on? I mean, not a lot. Sitting here at home, stewing in the fact that I can't get the weight loss to go. And yeah, but I will get that sorted out. I mean, you know, the end date, the goal date that I had listed on the calendar was really fairly arbitrary. So it's we can move that as long as we get it, the weight moving in the right direction. So hopefully that should be good. I mean, at least I'm not going up. There was a couple days where it looked like I was starting to go upwards, but I've got that all corrected. I just need to get stuff sorted and get working back downwards again. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully this video wasn't too angry. And so I'm going to stop that one there, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.